This is part 2. All right, guys, there's been a few times where Virginia's cooked something and people wanted to see the whole process. And so right now we're going to be cooking
Paprika Krumpli with Sophie's Paprika.
Yes, thanks, Sophie. Sophie sent us a care package from Austria.
Yep, and she's using Austrian paprika, so I thought I would show you our Hungarian Paprika Krumpli with Sophie's paprika.
Let's do it. Paprika.
Paprika.
All right, Virginia, what are the ingredients?
So, here we go. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We have Sophie's paprika, which is from Austria.
Nice.
We have 2 tablespoons of butter. We have salt and pepper. We have an onion, which we will dice. Green pepper, which we will dice. Tomato, which we will dice. And potatoes, which we will do in 3/4, peel in 3/4. And we use Polish sausage. You could use kielbasa, hot kielbasa, half and half, but we use this. And some water. And then we're gonna put it in the pan, let it simmer for half an hour, and voila, we will have a nice dinner.
Let's go.
Right now, we will peel the potatoes. Oops.
How do you peel a potato, Virginia?
You peel the potato like this. My grandmother would be really mad because she doesn't like when I peel the potatoes and I leave flesh on here.
No flesh.
She used to say that you should peel it and get less flesh and more, or less peel, I guess, or less flesh.
You just clean them really well and left the skin on?
No, I've never done it that way, but I guess that you can.
I don't see why not. Like, why?
I don't. I guess because the skin is some people don't like skin. I don't know. I've always just done it this way.
Dumb.
So what I usually do in order to keep my space clean is I have a bucket with a plastic bag and I put all my cuttings and everything to keep it in there, and then I just tie it up when I'm at the ends to keep it all clean and tidy. And then I don't have to worry about a messy kitchen space, which I don't like.
Poor Paul just lost a job.
Hey Paul, Hey Paul, how you doing? Hope you're good. Haven't seen you in a while.
All peeled?
Last
but not least.
There you go.
So what's next?
So then I'm going to cut these up.
Oh, is cutting involved?
Yeah. You want to cut them
bite-sized pieces?
Bite-sized, because then they'll cook evenly and faster because the kielbasa is already cooked.
You basically, when
it's fully cooked.
Right.
So you're just really heating it up, but the potatoes themselves have to cook and they're hard, so you want to...
And technically, when you're all done, you technically don't need a knife with this meal. You just use a fork or a spoon and away you go.
I use a fork, but then I use rye bread to sop up the juices.
Nice. Juices. Okay, what's next?
Green pepper.
So you cut up all the potatoes.
I did. So then you cut the green pepper.
That was very loud.
Yeah. Then I just reach in and grab the seeds, dump them out.
And who's gonna be the lucky one who gets the sticker on the outside?
Nobody. I'm gonna take that off.
Aww. I was hoping I'd get the sticker.
There you go. Take that sticker off. Okay, and this one's gonna be diced. So I'm gonna dice that in a second. This tomato, you prep that too. Get this out of here.
It's funny, when I first started videotaping, I'm like, oh, so all the potatoes are cut. That wasn't the potatoes. They're over there. That's the potatoes cut.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through the viewfinder of a camera, so.
You try to peel as much of the skin off as you can, because sometimes people don't like the tomato skin.
I'll just leave it on. Give me a break. Poor potatoes. Tomatoes.
Peel it off a little bit. And then the onion. Cut that.
What are you doing? Oh, you cut the top and the bottom.
Yeah, and then
front again.
I'm sure that there's lots of people that do diced onions a different way. Gotta take that piece off of there. I'm not a chef. I am a home cook. So I do it my way, and that's the way it is. So, let's see if this knife works
Again,
better.
just chopped onions.
Yeah, so this is going to be diced onions.
Diced onions, I mean.
Diced onions, diced tomato, diced peppers. So I'm going to get those up there.
Did you not watch Paul, how to cut stuff up with Paul?
Yep,
Where you
I'm
keep
sure.
the tip of the knife?
Yep, I'm
Always.
sure, but this is a very dull knife and I don't want to cause my own injury, so I'm going to just do it this way because Randall's going to freak out because he usually watches me cut.
And he freaks out?
And yes, because I don't hold the knife properly like you just said. Or not hold, I don't hold my...
Just waiting for the blood shot.
We're going to start cooking the onions. So I'm going to put in the 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. And I'm going to put in the olive oil.
How much are you doing? Like, can
This
you give
is
me
2
some-
tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter. And then there's going to be a tablespoon and a half of paprika, but I might add more because I like it more paprika-y.
Me too.
And
Since we got
there's salt and pepper.
Austrian.
But I'm gonna have to add more because I think that's not enough. So I'm gonna get more pepper. Just, this pepper mill doesn't work very well, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you're at the cottage and this is the tools you have.
Yes.
So while that's heating up and melting the butter, I'm gonna finish chopping up the green onion, or green pepper, sorry. Green onion, green pepper. All right.
We're having some popping going on
So
here.
we're gonna put because these vegetables are harder, we wanna soften them up in the pan with the butter and the olive oil. So that they have a chance to soften a bit before we add the rest of the ingredients and put the water in and stuff. Now that the green onions and, sorry, not green onions, green peppers and onions are sort of translucent, they've cooked enough, we're just gonna add the tomato.
The diced tomatoes.
Diced tomatoes. Yeah, put that in.
Well diced.
What's good about this recipe is that you can, if you're working and you come home for work and you don't know what to make for supper, this is a hearty meal, and with the meat and potatoes and some veg, and it can be ready in like half an hour, which is really good. For some people who are busy and on the go, it's kind of hard sometimes to plan a meal and get in and out the door for activities.
Activities?
Yeah. So now this is cooked down a bit. Now we're gonna add the potatoes.
Oh yeah. You cover that sucker or what?
Yeah, in a second. Just gonna stir this all up so that the stuff doesn't
That's
burn
my
on the bottom.
question, eh?
Yeah. So we're gonna put that in, and then we're gonna put just enough water to cover the potatoes.
So no particular amount.
So this is gonna be 4 cups because with this meal you kind of, like, the original recipe calls for like 6 big potatoes and half of that kielbasa. But when you have company, you can just add more potatoes and add more sausage and you spread it out. So it'll just have to be however many potatoes you put in and just enough water to cover the potatoes like that so that they're just boiling.
You ready? Are we ready to eat or what?
And then I'm going to put the salt and pepper in.
And how much was that?
That was like 2
know.
teaspoons of salt and then pepper to taste. Some people don't, Carol's not really good on pepper, so there's just a little bit. Not enough to bother her, but enough to give it some balance.
Balance.
And then I'm going to put in Sophie's paprika.
Sophie!
There we go.
Oh,
We're just gonna give it a stir. And then we can add more in a bit
paprika.
when we've boiled the potatoes a little while longer. Then we're gonna add the kielbasa in a bit. So we're gonna let this simmer for a bit.
And you just cut it into circles and then into quarters or something,
Yeah,
right?
so gonna get this on the oven, stove probably. Yeah. So we're gonna let that sit for a while. Then we're gonna take our ring of sausage.
Ring!
Rude.
What the hell is that? This is a family show, people.
Oops. All right.
Keep it clean.
Okay, so we're just gonna split it up.
Ow! Is there skin on that?
Yep. So then we're gonna slice it down the back side of it.
Oh.
And peel off the skin.
There we go.
All right.
Okay, how do you cut this?
So we're gonna cut it in half lengthwise. Then I'm just gonna make 1/4 inch slices like this.
And that's it. That's the only way you cut it.
Yep, just like this. And then that gets put into the thing once the potatoes are cooked a little bit.
Again, this is cooked meat.
This is already cooked, yep.
As a cook's assistant, you just kind of grab stuff.
Yep, yep.
Mmm. Full of sausage.
Yeah, it's awesome. So now that we put that plastic bag over the thing, this is the cleanup. So all we do.
If you have compost.
Yeah, if you have a composter.
We don't have
one. We don't one at the cottage, so because we have bears.
Garbage.
So we wouldn't do that.
So that's our chopped up kielbasa.
So then we're gonna put the kielbasa now in here. Now it's nice and hot. So we're just gonna dump it in. Like that. Just put it in there.
Again, that doesn't need to be cooked. It's
no, because it's already you're just heating it now at this point.
Flavored with
now, probably in a little bit I might add more paprika because to me this isn't paprika enough.
I'd want more.
So we're gonna put
Sophie, more. We need more.
Here's more Sophie's paprika. So we're gonna add more.
So is paprika like grown in Austria or like?
No, I think it's anywhere. It's just the.
It's just used more in cooking in Austria or something.
European.
Are you using the whole thing?
Yeah, you know what? There's nothing left of it.
Sophie!
There we go. So
we're using all your paprika.
There it is.
The whole bag. Did you use it at all? That whole thing is in there?
No, I used some of it to make some other stuff before.
Who said you could do that?
Well, I just did.
Oh.
I'm just gonna grab a spoon.
A spoon?
A spoon. I'm just gonna get it all in there so it all cooks in and.
Never give your sister a fresh bag of paprika. She'll use it for other stuff.
I made paprika shrimpli with it before, so that's why. But I thought,
the same one?
I thought yes. I thought I would make one for you too, so you can actually taste it.
And we show people how to make paprika.
Because I stole the bag when we brought it to the cottage when we were trying Sophie's stuff.
Do you put any besides salt, pepper, and paprika? Is that it?
Yep.
For spices.
That's it. And yeah,
and,
salt, pepper,
and Carolina Reaper pepper.
And no.
What?
No, we don't want hot. This is not a spicy dish. It's not a spicy dish.
It could be.
It could be if you wanted to.
Right, Sam?
I remember, Ken, when Mom made this, and I didn't like spices at the time, and Mom made it. She grabbed what she thought was paprika. And
cayenne pepper.
It was cayenne pepper.
Nice.
And I said, it's hot. She said, don't be silly, eat your dinner.
Eat your dinner.
But it was, and then they ate it and realized it was cayenne pepper, and she put in tablespoons of cayenne pepper.
Way to go, Mom.
Instead of paprika, and it was hot.
Did you ever recover from those scars?
No, I did not. I was mentally scarred for life. And there, cleanup's done.
Nice.
Dinner's almost ready. And to eat with our stuff.
Where's our pie?
We have rye bread that goes with
you gotta have rye.
And that you dip the rye.
Gots to have the rye.
You dip the rye bread into the juices of the thing and it absorbs and it's just deliciousness.
And that's it, people. We'll show you us eating it in just a moment.
In half an hour.
Virginia, that looks great. All done.
So because at the cottage we don't have utensils that won't scratch my pot, I've dumped it into this serving bowl.
Oh yeah.
And we're now gonna take this to the table.
Let's do it.
Where we're gonna have a family dinner.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here we go.
Mom.
Watch yourself.
Hey, Melanie.
There you go. Ooh.
Hey, Mick.
Hey.
So now we got the rye bread. We got the dinner.
Oh boy.
And we're gonna serve.
Let's feed.
So let's.
I want you to try it. I want you to try it and say, I could have used less of this, more of this, so people understand.
I'm not gonna tell them.
Hey, Carol. How are you? It's Sam. That's not Sam. What is that? Is there a squirrel in here? There's Sam.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes. I just need I need a confirmation.
It's hot, hot, hot. Yeah.
Is it perfect, or is there something you could have done differently?
Nope, it's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And the sauce. You just dip the bread.
Yeah, that's the best part right there.
Yep. Perfect. Great.
Nice.